Hey everybody, it's Tuesday morning, May 13th. We're coming off a Monday game that looked very familiar if you've watched the last few, but a different look. Bob Melvin tried something new. This has been camp continuity. They have done the same thing basically every single day. They haven't made a lot of roster moves. They have not changed the lineup. I think even for people who were like, there was way too much with the previous regime, it's probably gotten a little frustrating watching the same group struggle, especially some guys who have been in spots all year long and they've struggled through it. So finally they come home. That's usually when managers like to make a change. They come home, a fresh start, and a different look on Monday from Bob Melvin. Matt Chapman is up to the two spot. Elliot Ramos, who has been red hot, he's been their best hitter over the last week plus. He's hitting third. Jung Hoo Lee gets bumped down a little bit. And I think the two main things, Willie Adames, who's at second all year, he gets bumped down on the lineup to six. And then Lamonte Jr. out of the lineup. They come home right-hander on the mound. He is out of the lineup, and Wilmer Flores is at first base. So those were the notable things. Why now? Why do it now? He's trying to shake it up. I think it's about that time. I mean, they score one run twice in that Twin series. There's like a perfect game watch on Friday night. It was rough, and Melvin was hoping it would work. Now, I don't know that they should have done it against Merrill Kelly because he has dominated the Giants to such an extent over the last few years. Even Gabe Kapler and his staff, I mean, the super analytics staff, they were like pulling their hair out. Do we just pull names out of a hat? What do we do here against Merrill Kelly? Because he has dominated the Giants that much, and he did it again on Monday night. Looked like Merrill Kelly, the old Merrill Kelly. It's funny when you face the Diamondbacks, no Corbin Burns this series, no Zach Gallen, but the Giants would probably rather face those guys than the guy they saw on Monday night. So again, one run, not a great offensive performance that has become the norm. Wanted to hit on three things here. First, is the lineup just bad? I don't think so. It's not bad. It's much closer to league average, I think, than it's looked early in the year and maybe bottom third. I mean, they're 20th right now in WRC plus. So bottom third there. They have scored a fair amount of runs. They're higher on those leaderboards, but some of those have been stacked a little bit. They haven't really come lately, except for that one extra inning in Chicago, which was a little bit crazy. They are 23rd in on base percentage. That's been a problem all year. We've been talking about that on Giants Talk all year long. They just haven't reached base kind of at a clip that you would expect from a team that wants to be in the postseason race. And then the thing that's concerned me, I mean, just looking ahead, is they really haven't had injuries. I mean, Tyler Fitzgerald's out, Casey Schmidt is out. Um, but Fitzgerald was hitting ninth. He's off to a good start, but again, hitting ninth. So it's like Yastrzemski's been healthy. Jung Hoo Lee's been in there every single day. Really, some key pieces they've had all year long, and that's what concerned me as I looked forward with this team was when a couple of those hit, like this, 6, 7, 8, 9, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This could look really ugly, and it's kind of happened without the injuries, which is a little scary. Like think about pulling one of those top few guys out of this lineup for 2 weeks if they have to, and what this would look like. So this could be a bottom third of the league offense. The bullpen's very, very good, so that'll make up for part of it. But bullpen can't win you 86 games, 90 games, whatever it is, to get into the postseason this year. So they'll have to hit better. And they're gonna have to hit better at first base. I mean, it's been a black hole. And you look back at the offseason and go, man, Paul Goldschmidt really would have been a nice fit and was not too much money. And he knows Buster Posey. And, I think they thought Wade could be their bridge to Bryce Eldridge. And right now that's not working. I mean, there's been some bad luck for him. The BABIP is very, very low. So there's been some bad luck. And that's why Bob Melvin wanted to give him a day off Monday. He will play Tuesday. He's off Wednesday because they're facing a lefty. The team is off Thursday. So a light week for him here. Get him a mental breather. He has been putting the work in. He's been trying a lot of early batting practice for him, a lot of time in the cage, trying to make adjustments. Just hasn't found it. His OPS at the moment is 491. So just hasn't been there. I mean, it looked at times at the end of the last homestand. There was that one game where he just missed a grand slam, just missed what would have been a two-run double, three-run double maybe. And then lines out, I think, to second base. There was some bad luck, and it looked like he was turning it around, but then he goes on the trip and he goes to Minnesota and 3 for 18 with one walk on the road trip. So has not gotten any better. What do they do at first? Well, they don't want to play Wilmer Flores there because they want to keep him healthy and they need him in the middle of that lineup as well. So they really don't want to play him at first base too often. I think they're waiting right now. I mean, Gerard Encarnacion is eligible to come back on May 26th, which is about 2 weeks from now. He has started his rehab assignment, so he's getting like a full spring training here. He'll be ready to go when he comes back, and he is going to play a lot of first base. He has one start at first base in the big leagues, but has done it a little bit in the minor leagues. They're going to move him over there, and he's going to get those reps against lefties. And there's an opportunity. I mean, if he has good at bats against righties as well, there certainly is a path for him to take over as the primary first baseman if he can get going. But a couple more weeks here for Wade to try to turn this around and fend off Encarnacion and Casey Schmidt, who's on the way back as well. And you know that was his path to playing time before he got hurt. People ask me a lot about Bryce Eldridge. He is still months away. I mean, he has a 772 OPS in Double A, 2 home runs in 16 games. Totally fine for someone his age to be in that league. It's a really, really tough league to hit in. His development is still right along. He's doing great, but they don't want to rush him, and it's not like he has done what he did last year, which is basically go to every level and prove right away that I'm too good for this level. So there are going to be some lumps. That's natural, happens to young players, and they want to make sure when he gets up here, he's ready. The other guy in the lineup who I get asked about a lot, we talk about a lot on Giants Talk, and I think if you listen to that, you know that I've basically said there's no answer here. It's Patrick Bailey. The last calendar year, there are 200 hitters with 400 plate appearances in the big leagues. He is 198th in WRC plus. He is 199th in slugging. So this goes back. I mean, this isn't just the second half of last year. This goes back a full year for him. But mostly the second half of last year was really ugly, and the start of this year, it's been rough. I mean, you can pull up his baseball savant page. There is a lot of dark blue on that page from the offensive stats. Second percentile in expected batting average, second percentile in strikeout percentage, 20th in hard hit percentage. So not really a lot there that would say that better days are ahead. Another guy who's putting the work in, but what do the Giants do there? There's nothing they can do. I mean, one, it's really hard to find catching. His backup. We've seen Sam Huff struggle a little bit at times. Tom Murphy, we got an update on Monday. He's going to rehab for another 6 weeks and then be reevaluated. At that point, I would expect we'd probably get another update that he will continue to rehab. It just doesn't seem like we're going to see him. Contract is what it is. So at this point, it's Patrick Bailey's going to be out there as often as possible. They're hoping he finds a fix here. And the main thing with Patrick is he is so good defensively that you can put up with it. Like he's such a good defensive catcher, and it's such an important position. The framing, the throwing, everything he does for the pitching staff. You look at the last calendar year, as ugly as those offensive numbers are, he is 60th in wins above replacement. So 60th out of 200 players who have gotten 400 plate appearances over the last year in WAR, and that's basically all defense. So the defense is really valuable, and that keeps him out there, and he will continue to catch as often as possible, but certainly they could use a little more at the plate from him. So rough stretch for the Giants here offensively. Finally, some changes. Yeah, this is, you can kind of see these problems popping up in April a little bit and here in May. They really have popped up and put a lot of pressure on this pitching staff, which is not great because some of those guys are still trying to find their way as well.